Welcome to Ben Rag Violin. So, Paganini's Caprice number 4. This is a really epic caprice. This is the biggest one. Very dramatic, very demanding. So, let's try. So the caprice varies between very dark lyrical double stop playing and very brilliant double stop playing, but there's certainly a lot of double stops. So the opening. This is like Beethoven, this caprice, in the sudden fortes and pianos. So I finish this piano, subito forte, subito piano. It repeats, perhaps vary some fingerings. Now I've got the octaves here, forte, again this subito change. So I really feel this caprice is very influenced by Paganini's knowledge of Beethoven, musically. Anyway, back to the technique. I'm ready now to go very high in the octaves. I need to be twisted to be ready for this. So, forte octaves. Lots of sustaining power in this area. Look for variation in the fingerings. So that finishes that section. Did you notice that last couple of chords, I got to really squeeze my first finger in for that fifth between 1 and 2 and then bring it back. Anyway, so now it starts going a little crazy. The semiquaver triplets come in, staccato for the first time, big contrast. So let's try. Now we have a different kind of bowing going on. Big string crossings from G and D to E. So hand, fingers and forearm need to be helping so the elbow doesn't have to do too much work. In these rapid triplets here and double stops, feel the groups. Know your string crossing and shifting points really well. So again, I'm twisted, ready to get up there. This is a tricky bit as well. We've got to keep that 3 really solid, resistance in the hand as I'm pulling the 1 back and keeping the 3 solid. Now the descending 6th. I really just feel the shifting and string crossing points to get this solid technically. Again, I feel the string crossing points, so I have, and then. Now we have these slurred chords, so many ways to do it, but if you're going across the string, you really want to be pretty much in 1 for all those chords. Okay, so that finishes that section. So we had this very expressive opening, then the very strong, dramatic triplet semiquaver double stops. Now we get the demi-semiquaver, mainly double stops. I kind of feel like these is like little devilish animals playing. So it's got to have this playful quality, which means you really got to know what you're doing technically. Let's give it a go. So really important in the thirds, the thumb is stable. So my thumb didn't move much yet, now I'll come back. This is tricky, the one has to be moving across very, very effectively here to manage. You can also practice the bowing. Not too much elbow movement. Again, use the forearm, hand and fingers. Again, my thumb is still up, didn't really move. Here. Good flexibility in the hand to not always have to move the thumb. You've got to be comfortable, but this is going to save you a lot of bother. Let's go on. So before this, I'm nice and twisted, ready to go straight up. Now, I keep my thumb, I'm just going to reach back for this single B flat, and then I can get easily up again. So, rapid tenths, feel those groups and just go for it. Thumb did not move there. Now I can come back. And more playfulness. This is very tricky. Your fourth finger now has to be really working across. Up for the tenths, twisted, ready for the ascending. Again, keep the thumb still, as still as you can anyway. Still, it didn't really move. I'm ready now to get up. I've got to twist under for these tenths. This is tricky. You've got to have a nice wrist movement or hand movement. Yeah? So back to the melodic, expressive, lyrical playing. Always in double stops you have to ask for more in the vibrato. The hand's more restricted, so ask for more to get enough warmth and expression in the sound. Again, sustain the bow, nice legato. So in the bow, again, we need to be using the forearm, hand and fingers to get rapidly across for the bottom of the chord. You don't have time for this, yeah? So. Subito piano here. And then we repeat. It's great to do the repeats in the Paganini Caprices. A lot of people don't do them. It really works your stamina, of course, but musically, always want to be looking for other creative options in the repeats. Anyhow, I'll leave that to you. Let's go on. So we finished piano, we continue piano. Now we have a subito forte. Before going on, I just want to mention sound control in the double stops. No matter what's happening musically, I always try to aim the bow a little bit more to the lower string. So we've got to balance the bow, but this really helps. Okay, onto the subito forte. This is interesting bowing, chords in legato, really legato now sustained. So again, I need to keep my elbow pretty steady and just let the forearm, hand and fingers get across the strings rapidly. Gradually stretching the hand out more and more. So when you're stretching either side, these middle fingers need to stay very solid. Twist it up for the octaves. I try and keep the thumb still until around the bottom, first position area. Twisted, ready for the 10th. Super piano. Super forte. Lots of chords here, again using the forearm, hand and finger. So let's have the left hand. More sustained lyricism. So Paganini does something here with the chord. We play the chord and then we finish on the E and then back again. So this makes it in a way technically more difficult because we've got further to get back. Finishing on E back. Finishing on E. This way. Again, use the forearm, hand and fingers here. Again, that bowing, same idea, keep the elbow, not too much movement in the elbow, use the forearm, hand and finger. So, back to where we were. Twisted, ready to go up. So that finishes that section. Now we again get the crazy demi-semiquavers. So that previous section was kind of like those devilish little friends got a bit lost and sad, and now they found each other and it's good fun again. Get the thirds again, keep the thumb still here, we're about to go straight up. Back to first. And move up a little bit here, keep the thumb still before going up. And back we are, first position. Let the thumb move up with the hand. And again, back, twisted, ready to go up. Now Paganini writes this brilliantly. Here we are all the way up here, open G, and we're ready for the 10th on G and D. Back we are, more playing. Ready for the 10th, twisted. Thumb still, up we go, we use that open G. So double trills, strong bass fingers and agile upper fingers. This one you got to twist up a bit, 2 over the 3. Finishing melodically. More chords. And finishing in very Beethoven style, a short and a long chord. So very dramatic, very powerful caprice, tiring caprice, because of this fluctuation between the very sustained lyrical double stops where you need a lot of constant pressure, constant vibrato, and then this flying around in the double stops as well. Hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time for another one.